Hey everybody, and welcome to Whisk and Knives. If this is your first time here, I'm Topher, and each week on this channel I invite you into my home where I show you how to make a tasty, delicious recipe. If that's something that you're interested in and that's something that you like to try, if you enjoy trying new recipes and you enjoy tasting delicious dishes, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit the bell notification so each week you can get notified when I drop a new recipe for you. Now today I'm going to be showing you how to make a wonderful semi-homemade, so simple to make, fire roasted tomato sauce that you can put on any of your pasta dishes. Don't worry about buying the pre-bought kind. You can go ahead and you can just buy a couple of ingredients, adding them together, and you can make your own wonderful delicious sauce. I'm going to be doing it in the Ninja Foodie today because I find it a little bit easier to control the temperature than I do on my stove. But if you have a stove, you can just do this on low in a regular pot. So let me show you how we get this done. Now, one of the first things that we're going to want to do is we're going to put it on sear or saute, and we're going to want to put the temperature down on a medium. While that gets going, we're just going to add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil to the bottom of the pan here. Now once that starts to get a little warm, what we're going to do is we're going to add in some sweet Vidalia onions. Like I said, the recipe can be found in the link down below to the website, which from what I've been able to see is quite a few of y'all that have, this is your second time here, or third time here, that a lot of y'all have been going over there, and I've been getting a lot of praise for the recipes that are over there. It's not that difficult to find them, and I'll put the link down below. So right now we're just going to want these pretty much to sweat on down until they get nice and translucent before we move on to the next step. But don't worry, try to dice them up as small as you can, but don't worry, because we're going to end up taking like our boat motor or our processor, or if you have a blender you can use a blender, but I have the boat motor, so that's what we're going to be using today to make this even smaller. Now once it starts getting warm, another thing you want to add is a couple tablespoons of crushed garlic. You can do your own, but like I said, semi-homemade. I just like to use the jarred container. If you're here on a regular basis, you know I just stick with a jarred garlic because I go through so much so quickly. And we're going to add some salt, as well as some pepper to taste. And you just want to mix that on up. While this is cooking down, let me go ahead and say that this particular recipe, this goes really well on any type of pasta, but if you would like to see what I'm going to be using this on, if you tune in to the next episode, because this week I'm actually going to be dropping 2 episodes, so don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you can see that, is going to be a spaghetti squash with this fire roasted tomato sauce with some sauteed vegetables, and then I'm also going to saute up some shrimp and then put some feta on it. It's going to be a delicious recipe that I'm actually doing for a pre-Valentine's Day. Not all the time do I get to go out on Valentine's Day, and so I like to make my meals. If that's something that y'all are interested in, definitely think about trying out this recipe for Valentine's Day. Gentlemen, the ladies love it, especially if they like, you know, trying to eat healthier. This is definitely a healthy one, but it also has that nice feta cheese that tastes very delicious in this dish. So once it starts getting a little translucent, much like this, we're going to go ahead and we're going to add our tomato sauce. This is just some fire roasted tomato sauce. tomatoes that have been fire roasted. That's all it is. Organic out the can. And it's alright if it's got huge chunks, because like I said, we're going to end up blending it once this gets heated up. And I also have some other ingredients and seasonings to add to this as well. So if you don't have any of the following ingredients, you can go ahead and just add some Italian seasoning. That'll do the trick. It's just really all just a taste, but I'm going to add a little bit of thyme. And we're also going to add some oregano. Nope, gonna need a little bit more than that. If you enjoy watching this episode, don't forget to hit the like button down below. That'll let YouTube know that you like this, and maybe it'll get out so other people can see it. And also, don't forget, if you want to see more of these episodes, hit that subscribe button down below. Now that a lot of this has gotten hot and it's starting to bubble, I've actually gone ahead and I've put this on low while I get the rest of the ingredients together. Because we're going to be adding in some basil, a little bit of parsley, some carrots, and a little bit of sugar. Both those will help with the sweetness, but also cutting this acidity of the tomatoes to make a delicious pasta sauce. Next, we're going to go ahead and add that basil. Not too much, but enough to give it that basil flavor. And like I said, you can go ahead and actually find the recipe down below. And then we're going to go ahead and add some of the parsley. I'm going to add the parsley in. Not too much. Just enough to keep this like a fresh pasta sauce. And like you see the lumps and everything in there, don't worry about that because we're going to get those out in just a little bit. We're going to add some of the sugar in there. Not too much, just a little bit. And then I'm going to mix that on in there as well. So I don't know how much y'all enjoy doing a lot of cooking. I guess if you're on this, you do like some cooking. I've been loving doing it for years. In fact, if you follow me over on Instagram, I'll put the link right in there. If you go ahead and follow me over there on Instagram, you can actually see everything that I cook, because pretty much I cook quite a bit. I've actually been working on some sourdough, flatbreads. I even tried doing sourdough bagels. They kind of overproofed, and then when I rolled them out, they didn't proof at all, so they were just flat bagels, but, you know, still delicious. Not exactly what we were looking for, but still delicious. If that's some, I mean, if y'all enjoy cooking, what's y'all's favorite dish to cook? You can leave that in the comments down below as well. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and we're just going to add some of those, a little bit of shredded carrot to cut that acidity. The sugar definitely helps sweeten it up, but I want to cut it a little bit more. Plus, you know, if you've got, I don't have kids. I do at my work, but I don't have kids at home. But if you're trying to, or maybe you're trying to sneak more vegetables into someone's life, this is definitely the best way to do it. You know, get those carrots in, so that way you don't wind up with glasses and being like half blind like I am. And I'm going to go ahead and bring that temp up to a low, medium. So I already got some of this mixed up, but you just want to stick your blender, boat motor, immersion blender in, and get some of this all blended up. And I wanted to give a shout out to David and Carolyn Biakin. I know that they occasionally will watch these episodes on this channel. They're my future in-laws, and I just wanted to thank them for this wonderful Christmas present, because this is actually the first time that I've actually used this immersion blender, and it works like it's wonderful actually. Highly suggest people getting this one. Not sponsored by this company though. Also not sponsored by the Ninja, but both of these are really good in your kitchen. If you don't have one, I highly suggest getting them. If you don't have an immersion blender, another thing you can do is stick it in a blender. It should probably go a little bit quicker in a blender, but I prefer the immersion because it's less cleanup. So once it's all blended up, it's alright if it's a little chunky, but this is basically what you're going to want it to look like. And let's attach the immersion blender. Give this a little try. That's a hearty tomato sauce. You might add a little more sugar. You can add a little more salt and pepper to taste whatever you might like. I'm going to go ahead and do some of that right now actually. Another thing that I didn't add earlier, but I'm going to go ahead and add now, is we're going to add a little bit of pepper flakes. So, just gives it a tiny, tiny kick. That's some good pasta sauce right there. So, that's going to be good on top of the pasta that I'm doing tonight. So, if you'd like to see that episode, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and you'll get notified as soon as I drop that episode. And if it's already out, you can go ahead and click onto it next. If you enjoyed watching this, go ahead and smash that like button, and don't forget to hit subscribe, leave comments down below, and hit that bell so you can be notified each time I drop a new episode for y'all.